Today, I want to talk about strictly the benefits of why we need to and should continue to have sex after 50. Now, I'm going to share a quote from this book that I got. I am enjoying reading this book. It's called Grown Woman Talk. I'm going to leave the link to the book in the description below. By the year 2030, and y'all, can you believe? I don't know when the Jetsons were, but were they in year 2030? Y'all, we're in 2025. So in year 2030, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, 1 out of every 5 Americans will be 65 or older. Current research is making it increasingly clear that the majority of women and men between the ages of 50 and 80 are still enthusiastic about sex and intimacy. Thus, here we are. Today, I'm going to give you 5 top benefits of why you should absolutely continue having healthy monogamous sex well into your 50s and beyond. Not only does intimacy and sex feel good for the most of us, I know we're going through menopause and some of us are having the painful sex, and I'm going to do a separate video on the painful sex thing because you are not alone. I have experienced that as well. As a woman who is postmenopausal, literally, I feel your pain. Sex comes with some powerful health benefits that will have you looking and feeling younger, healthier, and happier. So, I'm going to share 5 research, science backed facts of the benefits of continuing to have sex 50 and beyond. These are not just V's tips, these are research and science backed. Benefit number 1, did you know it can actually reduce the risk of heart disease? Because sex is a cardiovascular activity. I mean, unless you're just laying there and letting somebody just pound on top of you, you might not be getting much cardio. Sometimes I turn into a jockey and I start rotting. That might be too much. But if you are physically moving, it is a cardiovascular activity. Look, ladies, stop getting tired and lazy after 2 minutes of riding the horse. You can put in, sometimes you can put in some work. Sometimes you can ride it for 10, 20, 30, 45 minutes, do what you got to do. But that is cardiovascular activity that's going to strengthen your heart. So if you skipped cardio today and you want to enjoy some pleasure and get cardio at the same time, y'all, sex can provide that benefit for you. Studies have shown that for men, y'all, the more often that you have sex, it actually lowers your risk for heart attacks and high blood pressure. And for women, sex can also help regulate your estrogen and progesterone levels, which are also key for heart health. So the more you get it in, y'all, the more healthy you're making your heart. Another benefit of having sex, y'all, it is a stress reliever. Yes, it is. Sex between you and a loving partner, you and your intimate chosen one. Again, if you have to be intentional with recruiting somebody, y'all, if so, and if you're not in a monogamous relationship, y'all, please do not forget to protect yourself. Always protect yourself, and condoms is the way to go. Don't let somebody say, let me get the tip in. Y'all, we not 18 no more. That mess don't work today in our 50s. Okay, it doesn't work. Sex, like I said, is a natural stress reliever because it triggers the feel good hormones, the oxytocin, the endorphins. These hormones make you feel good. These hormones are going to reduce the stress for you. Having good sex, hopefully it's good, will increase those feel good hormones. Yeah, you can go out here and ride a bicycle. Yeah, you can go out here and be on the treadmill, but is the treadmill going to give you an orgasm? And even if it doesn't involve intercourse, but that intimacy, y'all, those also bring out good, healthy, happy hormones, the oxytocin and the endorphins. Those two will make you feel good. And if you're still grinding in corporate America, sometimes at the end of the day, y'all, we need that nice, strong, loving, sensual hug to just tug us in the night to make us feel good about ourselves and our day so we can get up the next morning and do that mess all over again. So, another benefit of having a healthy sex life or continue to have sex well into our 50s, 60s, and 70s, y'all, sex can help boost your immune system. So, as you know, as we continue to age, keeping our immune systems, keeping it strong is key. So, the more sex you have, if you have nice, good, regular sex, y'all, you are boosting an antibody within your body that's helping you fight off and ward off colds and flus and all these other cooties that be floating around from our grandchildren. If this is the first time to my channel, y'all, I am Vee Mindful. I'm a relationship coach and published author. On this channel, y'all, we talk about everything related to relationships. That's from dating, marriage, divorce, even grief. I have a series that I'm covering on grief as well. Some folks are out here having to start over because they're widows, and some folks are at that stage in their lives. I mean, many of us are at that stage in our lives when we're not only losing parents, and some of us, unfortunately, are losing more than that. This channel is an open dialogue for conversations for the mature adult 50 and over because y'all, life is lifing for all of us. Let's create a community to where we can share information with each other so y'all, we can continue to live, thrive, and be vibrant. So another benefit of continuing to have sex, a healthy sex life well into your 50s and 60s and beyond, y'all, sex will have you sleeping better. And women, I know we've seen this many times when once a man is done and he done shot off for the night, how quickly does he fall asleep? Pretty quickly. Why? Because after an orgasm, the body releases prolactin and more oxytocin, more of the feel good hormone, right? And prolactin relaxes the body. Women, if you're able to have an orgasm during penetration, y'all, your body's going to release that relaxation hormone, which is going to allow you to have that deep, relaxing sleep. Now, I know 100% of women are not out here having orgasms from intercourse. If you have not, you need to explore your body. That's why they make these toys out here. Invest into some of these. Learn your body. If you cannot have one through intercourse, it's okay. You are not abnormal. It is more common that women do not have orgasms through intercourse, right? Forget those movies that you've seen in Hollywood and beyond with the camcorder hanging over people's shoulders, those types of those home movies, y'all, them special home movies. Okay, forget that because that's not real life. If you're not able to have an orgasm through intercourse, again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you or your cooch. And oftentimes you can have an orgasm without a partner. And you know what? That's a-okay. But it's not even just the intercourse itself that allows you to get that peaceful sleep. It's laying next to somebody whom you care about. That I could tell you right now, when I lay on my partner's chest, I may start off as a cuddler, but as the night goes on, I get hot. You know, it's the menopause stuff, right? I get hot. I'm throwing off covers and I'm throwing him off me too because get off me, I'm hot. But until I fall asleep, I am a cuddler and I want to cuddle. And I'm telling you, I get some of the best sleep just by laying on his chest for the night. So yes, laying, it is true. Laying next to somebody you actually care about will allow you to get deeper sleep. So it's more than just the intercourse. Another benefit, which is a huge benefit because I've talked about this on my other videos, the pelvic floor. I know that oftentimes if you are having pelvic floor issues and if you are a woman of menopausal age, or it's a lot of young women with pelvic floor issues. If you watch my video where I interviewed a doctor of pelvic floor therapy, it's a lot of young women that are dealing with pelvic floor issues. And I understand when the pelvic floor is like pushing down and it's pressure, pressure, pressure down there. I understand the last thing you want in between you is a penis. I've been there because all you feel is this pressure down there. So why would you want to just push something up in there? I get it. If you are not feeling like that, if you are not feeling super uncomfortable to where intercourse might really be bothersome, sex can actually help your pelvic floor. It can actually do more for your pelvic floor. According to this book, she says, okay, this is Dr. Sharon Malone. When I read books, I sit there and highlight it. So, you know, because that's the way, that's the way I learn. In this book, she says that Kegels don't work as well for your pelvic floor like sex does. Okay, I'm paraphrasing what she said. I found that to be a very interesting fact. And as somebody who suffers from pelvic floor issues to where I had to go see a doctor of pelvic floor therapy, I'm enjoying reading this book. Y'all, I encourage you to get this book because one thing this book does cover is a woman's entire health, your heart health, your brain health, and your coochie health. It's not just menopause. This book is not about menopause. It is about focusing on your entire health as we age. I am not here to diagnose you. I don't give medical advice because, again, I ain't no damn doctor. But what I can do is quote the doctors in their books and print and lead you guys to the information so that you can also research the information yourself. But, anyways, sex does help the pelvic floor. It helps to strengthen it. It helps to tighten it. You're using your muscles, especially I'm telling you right now, if I'm the one that's on top, the next day, I feel like I've done an ab workout. Okay. Because if I have to get up there on top, I'm not up there 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, even 10, 15 minutes. I am up there for a long time. This is a safe space. We grown, right? We haven't grown. We're having grown men and women conversations. So I can sit here and tell you, if I'm the one that's on top, I am putting in work, and sometimes I put in more work. You'd have thought that my partner was Mr. Ed, because I just be, anyways, not gonna give you all the details. But I will say that there are certain positions I do feel like, just the motion will strengthen up your pelvic floor. And women, as we age, and men too. Men, you also can have issues with your pelvic floor. If you are noticing that you still have leakage after you pee, right? So when after you pee and then you look at your drawers, you got a little wet spot right there. That is a weakened pelvic floor. You can do something about that. You can strengthen your pelvic floor. So pelvic floor strengthening is not just for women, it's for men too. So sex can absolutely help both of us strengthen our pelvic floors. Women, as we age, as things start to drop a little bit, you might notice that you're getting more frequent UTIs, urinary tract infections, because things are pushing down there, right? So you want to keep those things healthy and flowing, and sex can help with that. And men, sex, because it's energy flowing. Remember, we talked about it's energy, it's movement, it's flowing. That can actually help you with your erectile dysfunction if you're noticing that you're having some sporadic issues here and there. Sometimes he responds, sometimes he don't want to come out and play. Continuing to be sexually active does help with the blood flow. Energy, hun, energy. We got to get the energy moving into our organs, because our sexual organs, they may not be needed to stay alive, but our sexual organs are vital. They are absolutely vital to our well-being. So y'all, please continue to have sex well into your 50s and 60s. If you are having painful sex, if you are having issues with sex, I want to continue this conversation in other videos, because this is a very common thing, especially as we age. Menopause, the thinning of the tissue down there, the sharp decline in our estrogen. There's options for us that maybe they didn't know about 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. But y'all, by the grace of God and science, we now have options. So let's talk about that in an upcoming video. Y'all, till next week, y'all take care of yourselves.